Hello everyone. So today's a little bit of like a set tour video. A lot of you have been asking how I'm going to do the Siege Lords, and for those of you who don't know, the Siege Lords are the huge Titan-like Daleks that appear in the last part of the comic, not the last page, but the last section of the story. And I've literally just got them sent from Mechmaster, so I thought I'd show you. Um, Here they are. Well, here one of them is. There's two of them, but they're identical, so all I need to do is copy and paste and change a couple of Daleks. So forgive the fact that it's in grayscale at the minute, but that's because if I loaded the textures it would be very jerky, and yeah. So, as you can see, this is the scene file from when they're first introduced. This is Galt's one. You can see him there. Now you see all these Daleks inside. They're the crew. So you've got the pilot deck. Is this the... No. That's where the pilot is. That's the command deck. And then that's the engineering deck. Now you notice these Daleks. Right, if you compare the pilot and this Dalek here, you see they're low. This one's a low res Dalek. That's to help with rendering. So this is the Dalek as a whole. It's pretty impressive. It's just basically a big Dalek. Mechmaster's a Warhammer fan, so I'm pretty sure that's where the inspiration came from. There's nothing really around the back of this next section, as you see. If I do a quick render, yeah, so you see it's just got the mesh there, so you won't actually see in there, which is good. Don't actually do much inside. Inside the actual set itself, they're just there around. So you've got the quad-barreled missile launcher. That's the gun. The huge grapple arm, and this is the boarding hatch, which opens up. I don't think there's any detail inside. Have a look. No, it's just there's a Dalek in there when it says hatch closing, so that's all that'll happen there. These things here are the shield projectors. I'm going to have to rig them to open out. Oh, I forgot to mention the ears. I know people don't like them being called ears, but you know, they're on top of the side of the head, so they're ears. The ears are observation domes. And the eye is a focusing element for the main plasma weapon. You've got the anti-hoverbout, anti-aircraft pods. You've got sensors. And you see with these Daleks as well, they are low res as well. So if I rendered that like that, so you see all the detail around here, but then and they do have all the correct textures, but you can see instantly like there's no reason I'd rig this. This model wouldn't be rigged. He'd just be sat there. If I was gonna do if I needed a Dalek moving in there, it would be a high res Dalek, but it looks good even from this angle. That's because of the textures. But if I did this from here to the same area, you really can't tell, which is brilliant. And that would take so much longer to render because of all the displacement and the textures. So that's pretty much the Siege Lords. I need to do a video about the introduction to Second Empire as well. Yeah, you've got the gravity drive pods, and then around the back, because you've got an email coming in from moneysupermarket.com, Money Expert. You've got the Godzilla tail. This is also the entrance. So that's how you get inside. Now when these get up to the fortress, or these spines here, they'll glow. And then I'm going to try and do like a Godzilla style shriek or roar from the classic, the original black and white Godzilla, before it fires. Maybe modulate it or something. You know, just because it'd be something cool. I'm not sure if I'm going to rig these, because we never really see this move. We see this fire, and definitely that is not going to be rigged. The head doesn't move. It doesn't, well, it can, but I'm going to have to find a way to use these more. Not in Second Empire itself, but maybe in the future in some other things, because these were involved in a battle. I can't remember offhand which battle it was. But yeah, so this is the scene when they're first introduced. You've got all the troops and the hoverabouts around them. These guys are quite fun. Actually, I'm going to load that up. Stormtrooper. This is an Imperial Stormtrooper. As you can see, it's got all the textures on it. This is a class of Dalek, basically to counter the Mark 6, which is the commando type that Xenor's side develops, which becomes the standard Second Empire travel machine, and probably the best Dalek travel machine ever. This guy has just been rigged. So as you can see, he's taller. He's got one extra row of hemispheres plus a couple of sensors, which, if you look, they're actually rigged to just randomly move, like the eye swivel, just to give it a sense of being alive. It's got no real shoulder slats, so these little nubs on the side. Oh, there's two sensors at the back. Do they move as well? Let's sort that out. Hemis. One sensor. Move you down there. Make you 0.3. So you should all move now. Yes, good. Fixing things on the fly. Alright, and you see it's got an extra claw, battle arm. The dome lights are ever so slightly different. The head is a different design. But as I say, it's rigged, so move around. Then we've got one. The ears, as in with the Imperials, are luminance rather than dome natural lights, so you can actually render it. As soon as you add a light in there, it does that. I can rig these Daleks in about 5-10 minutes now. Normally what I'll do is I'll just copy the textures over to a pre-rigged Dalek, but I didn't have any of these rigged. This gun is a normal Imperial weapon. This one is the cannon that can take out a Mark 6 in one shot. Does it have any underside detail? No, it does not. So I'll have to add that. Yeah, pretty impressive model. I mean, I'd like to see one of these built. So if I had unlimited, well, lottery win came around, I'd just build I'd start Second Empire again in real life. So that's that. If you like these type of videos, if you want me to go around sets and show off these sort of things, then let me know and I'll do more of them. Because I was going to do a video like walkthrough, but then that'd take time to render, and I'm rendering shots for episode 10 at the minute. So yeah, hope you enjoyed it, and I'll see you again in another video.